Welcome back, guys. So I'm currently in Brazil, in an island known as Florianopolis, down south. This island is absolutely magical and it has so much to offer. The natural beauty in this place is just never ending, and I constantly am just overwhelmed and inspired by it. Today I woke up and I decided to turn on the camera and share my yoga flow with you. So if you're ready and in the position to take about 15 minutes out of your day to better yourself, better your mind, and better your flow, I encourage you to do so. You don't really need a mat, you just need your body and some space on the ground. So without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to start on our mat in a wide leg seated position. Bring your hands onto your knees and we're going to just take a moment to tap into our breath. Inhale, lifting your chin up, and exhale, moving your hands forward into a wide leg forward fold, bringing your chest onto the mat and forehead relaxed onto the mat. Breathe into your lower spine. And from here, we're going to slowly roll up into our tabletop position with our hands and knees on the mat, hands under our shoulders. Exhale, roll your shoulders up into cat position. Inhale into cow. Roll your shoulders over and exhale back up into cat. And inhale, chin up into cow. Again, roll your shoulders up and release your spine, arch. Come back to neutral position. And from here we're going to bring our hands all the way to the top of our mat. Bring our chest to the floor and find ourselves in puppy position. Maintaining our hips over our knees. Then we're going to slowly shift our body weight forward into baby cobra. Hips on the floor, toes pointed behind, shoulders down, chin up, and back into puppy position. Really allowing your chest to sink further into the floor. Just relax here. And slowly we're going to walk our hands back up into tabletop position. We're going to lift our right leg back and extend our left arm forward and hold, squeezing our bottom and contracting the abdominals. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, crunch. Elbow comes to the knee. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, crunch. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Inhale, stretch, squeeze the abdominals. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, stretch. Bring our foot back down to the ground. We're going to tuck our left toes and press up into a one-leg downward dog. Right leg up to the ceiling. Bring our right leg in between our elbows, high plank, and stretch it back up to the downward dog. Back through the elbows again, and up, stretching to the sky. Through the elbows and back up. Leg stretching to the sky. We're going to release and place our right leg back down on the floor. Shift our body weight forward into a high plank. Then we're going to twist and lift our left arm up to the sky into a side plank, stacking our feet. And down into plank again. Release the knees to the floor, untuck the toes, and we're going to send our hips forward into a upward facing dog and back into plank, shifting our hips back up into a downward facing dog. Breathe here, inhale and exhale as you move into all the little gooey parts. Release the knees down to the floor, untuck the toes and send your hips back into a child's pose. Slowly roll up into a tabletop position, and we're doing the opposite side. So lifting your left leg and your right arm, holding, inhale, and then exhale, crunch. Inhale, stretch, exhale, crunch. Inhale, stretch forward, exhale, crunch. Inhale, forward, and then release, tucking your right foot under, up into downward dog, lifting our left leg up into one leg downward dog. We're going to bring our left leg forward in between our elbows and then stretch it back up. Then send it forward in between our elbows and then send it back up. Inhale and exhale. And release our foot down to the ground, shifting our body weight into high plank and then upward facing dog. Toes tuck under, back into plank, sending our hips back into downward facing dog. You can walk it out here, breathe, press into your lower spine, your shoulders, relax your neck. We're going to roll forward into a plank and we're going to find ourselves into the right side plank. Stacking your feet, lifting your right arm up, stretching, and then placing our hands back on the floor in high plank. Inhale, drop your knees down, untuck your toes, and send your hips forward into upward facing dog. Chin up. Tuck your toes in again, and we're going to shift our body weight back into downward facing dog. We're going to shift our body weight forward into a high plank and then lower onto our elbows into a full plank. We're going to shift our body weight back in our shoulders into a dolphin position. This is very good for the abdominals and opening up the shoulders, strengthening the spine. You can try and press your heels into the ground, or you can keep your heels off the floor, whatever suits you. We're going to press backwards and bring our body weight forward. We're going to turn our hips side to side, hips to the right and the left, just shifting. Return back into plank and shift up to dolphin one more time. Tuck the knees, untuck the toes, and we're going to find ourselves in child's pose. Treat yourself to a nice deep breath. We're going to come back up into tabletop position and we're going to shift our hips forward into an upward facing dog. Exhale back into downward facing dog. Shoulders away from our ears. Inhale, we're going to lift our left leg up to the sky. Exhale, we're going to bend it and bring it forward into a high lunge. Place our foot between our hands. We're going to extend our leg and press our nose towards our knee. Bend and extend. Bending and extend, trying to strengthen the spine, stretch it out. Bending our leg once again. We're going to lift up, coming into our high lunge, arms above our heads, palms together if you can. We're going to release our left arm down to the floor, our right arm up, and we're coming into an extended side angle. Stretch your arm up to the sky. And our arm over and back up into Warrior 2. Now we're going to take it back into Peaceful Warrior position. Right arm on the back of our right shin. Inhale, we're going to bring both our hands forward to the ground once more. We're going to lower our right leg down to the floor and stretch through the inner thigh. It allows us to open up our hip also. So we're going to tuck our right foot and press our heel back to the ground, stretching our left leg, nose to the knee, turning our feet, and we're going to come into the preparation position for wide leg forward fold. Arms out to the side, lift them up above the head, interlock them behind your head and slowly shift your body weight forward and come into your wide leg forward fold. Allow gravity to do the work here and shift your weight evenly across your feet. Slowly rolling back up vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to disconnect our fingers and stretch them out to the side. Once again, slowly falling forward. Hands go out to the side of our feet this time. If you cannot reach this, then just keep them on your shins. We're going to slowly lift up with a straight spine back to the starting position. Now Coming into standing position at the front of our mat, stretching your spine, we're going to slowly lean forward. Hands on the floor, bending and stretching our legs. Bending and stretching into forward fold. Relaxing your neck. Now we're going to lift halfway and step, jump or walk back into our high plank. And then we're going to find ourselves in upward facing dog. We're going to lift our right leg up this time, bring it forward, step it in between our hands. Stretching our right leg up, left heel presses back into the mat, nose to the knee. Right leg extends, inhale and exhale. Extend, bend, extend, hold, and bend. Now we're going to press the shoulders back, coming into a high lunge. Arms above our head, palms together if you can. Arms out to the side, right arm to the floor. Left hand up and over the head. Bringing our body back up into the center. Arms forward. Back into peaceful warrior position. Now bring our arms forward, placing our hands on either side of our right leg. We're going to tuck the left foot and press back into a wide leg forward fold, twisting our hips to the side. Coming back up, lifting our arms up, palms together. Once again, interlock the fingers behind the head and slowly fall forward. Allow gravity to do the work. Shoulders away from your ears and slowly return to the top. Arms up to the side. Now we're going down with our arms wide, touching the outside of our feet or our shins. Inhale, coming up slowly. Arms still out to the side and release. Interlock our hands behind our back and we're just going to do one back bend. Now we're going to step to the front of our mat into standing position. Slowly come forward with a straight spine into a forward fold, bending and stretching our legs. Halfway lift, full forward fold, legs go back, high plank. We're going to shift our body weight forward into upward facing dog, then tuck our toes under and exhale back into downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale deeply. Inhale and exhale. Dropping our knees to the floor, untucking our toes. Going to go for a thread the needle, so lift our right arm up to the sky and thread it through the left arm. Trying to get your shoulder on the floor, your left arm straight above your head. Nice, gentle spinal twist. Just breathe. And we're going to return, placing our hands under our shoulders and do the opposite side. So left arm goes up, we thread it through the right side. Left arm above our head. Head relaxes on the floor and shoulder relaxes on the floor. Just take full advantage of this position. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale, come back up. Hands under your shoulders. Tabletop position. We're going to send our hips back into our feet. Arms above our head. And bring them to the heart center. And then behind, in line with our feet, tucking our head into a child's pose, but arms are behind our body. Forearms relaxing on the floor. Slowly roll up into a seated position. we're going to come in to a cross-legged position. You can opt for a kneeling position if you wish, if it's more comfortable. We're just going to bring our hands onto our knees and lift our shoulders up to our ears, rolling them back down. Arms out to the side, bring them over your head and bring your palms into the heart center. Thank yourself for bringing yourself here, for challenging yourself, for pushing through. This life sure is crazy, and everybody surely does have their challenges. We all do. Bringing yourself onto the mat every so often as possible, can really, really allow you to help work through whatever those challenges may be. So go in peace and enjoy your week, enjoy your day, enjoy your night, evening. Namaste.